In this video, I'm going to be making a really good video game in 5 minutes through vibe coding. The game that I want to actually copy is called Crossy Road. Now, I'm not sure if you guys have heard of it, but basically how it works is you just click and you try and cross the road. Now, I used to love this when I was a kid, so it's going to be fun to see what vibe coding can do and if we can actually make this in 5 minutes. So the first thing I've done is I've taken an image and I'm going to put that as a reference, because AI vibe coding always is a lot better when you provide an image of what you actually want it to look like, because the AI doesn't know exactly what you want. So this is my prompt. Create a simple Crossy Road style game where a player controls a character that moves forward across a road with lanes of cars moving at different speeds. The goal is to cross as many lanes as possible without getting hit. Include keyboard controls, score tracking, and restart on collision. Use a bright, cartoonish art style and smooth animation. And I also said I've provided an image for inspiration of the UI and the game. Now let's see what base 44 can cook up, and then we'll see if we need to make any changes. Okay, so we now have the game. This is what it looks like. Yeah, I don't really know what to think about it. Let's see if it actually works. It certainly doesn't look exactly like Crossy Road. It's quite hard, actually. Yeah, so first of all, I don't like the fact that the chicken's hopping in the direction of the user. I want the chicken to be hopping away, so that's the first change that we're going to make of this app. My prompt is, please change the fact that the chicken hops towards the user and make it hop away from the user, just like Crossy Road. So now base 44 is planning the next step, and it shouldn't take more than a minute, and we'll see what it does. So while I was waiting for base 44 to continue editing the game, what I've realized as well is that the chicken seems to not be able to stand right before the road. Instead of, if it stands quote unquote right before the road, it gets hit by the car still. So that's another problem we need to fix, let alone all of the UI improvements. Okay, so just as I was speaking, base 44 has cooked up this. Now, as we see, the chicken's now hopping in the other direction. It's done exactly what we wanted it to do. It can now jump, so it's already a lot more fun to play. And what's good is it seems that the problem of getting hit by the car while you're not even in the road has gone away. So I think what we want to do next is we want to improve the UI a little bit. So now the game's a lot more easy to play, but there's a little problem. And that problem is when you jump to the side, it does a weird camera angle change and deletes the panel that's in front of you. So I'm going to ask base 44 if they can fix this problem. Okay, so now trying this, you can see that when we jump to the side, it does exactly what we asked it to do. It now doesn't veer off to the angle, and it actually looks quite good. So if we see in the bottom left here, it comes up with 3 suggestions. Add more characters, add obstacles, and improve visuals. I'm going to go with add obstacles. Okay, and awesome. We now have trains, we now have red ducks, yellow ducks, we now have logs as well. I'm kind of stuck. Let's just see if I can get past this log. Seems to be quite tricky. Let's see if I can go around. Yeah, this game's actually looking really, really good. By the way, if you want to take a look at base 44, I'll leave a link down below. And with that link, it is an affiliate link, but you are going to save $5 off. If you want to use that link, feel free. If you don't want to, that's all right. You can just search up in Google base 44 and just go to the website. Yeah, so it's quite obvious what we need to do now. As you see, it's not exactly like Crossy Road just because of we're only playing on a small section. So I've just said, okay, now make the map as wide as a screen so that it doesn't look like we are floating, but on the ground. What base 44 has really impressed me with is the fact that it's managed to handle this in a very, very smooth way. The animations are smooth. As you see the duck moving alongside, doesn't do any jolty motions. The cars come in at a steady rate. The logs, when you jump on them, you get taken with a log. The trains, they come at a little bit of a faster rate, yet they're not glitchy. I really, really like what base 44 has done. Brilliant. So they made the map a little bit bigger, and now I'm just going to ask them if they could zoom in the camera a little bit. Well, look at this. The game's really, really starting to look quite good now. And I just asked them to implement a dynamic day and night cycle that affects the game's lighting and potentially introduces new visual elements or challenges based on the time of day. The cycle should gradually transition from bright daylight to dusk, night, and back to dawn. Great. So now as we advance along the path, it gets darker and darker, darker, and then lighter and lighter and lighter. This is really cool. A really cool feature I want to finally add. So one of the last features I'm going to add is going to be power-ups. So I've given a prompt which says add collectible power-ups that provide temporary advantages. Examples include speed boost from logs and trains, temporary invincibility from cars and trains, and score multiplier. Brilliant. So in the distance, I can see the superpowers. Let's see what happens if you run into them. Okay, yes, wow. So I now have a speed boost. That's a very good superpower. I now got 2 times the score, and I now got invincibility. Wow, okay. That's a really good superpower. But I'm guessing, yep, and it's now worn off. We now got superpowers. We now got dynamic movement. We now got a bunch of different obstacles. We've got logs. We've got trains. We've got cars. We've got different colours. We've got a nice camera angle. We've got sideways jumping. I think that this app is done. Now, if I wanted to share it, I could publish it through... Now, if I wanted to publish it, I could use the available free domain, buy a domain. Anyway, that's the video. Subscribe for more vibe coding content, and I'll see you in the next one.